I mean, we pulled that prank on Woody, and he threatened to beat us both up. You've seen that.
Look, everyone stop. It's getting fucking outrageous. No joke, I might beat one of your asses, and I can kick either one of your asses.
Whatever happened to me on that survival trip when I drank that like dirty river water, I was throwing up all night, and then I hadn't eaten in a couple days because of the survival trip. And then I drove, it was like 7-8 hours drive home that I was making. And finally, at like 5 hours into that drive, I had an appetite again. And I pulled into like what was it? It doesn't matter. But I pulled in there and got some food. And whatever, my body had the weirdest reaction to food. The whole top of my mouth like broke out in hives from French fries to the point where I couldn't eat from the pain then. Because immediately, like the first fry, I felt the top of my mouth go like crickle, and like break out in painful sores.
Oh my God.
It was not a happy time.
You drank poison water?
I was swimming in a river to retrieve a turtle that I had shot. Didn't make any sense because Woody's literally a collegiate swimmer who could compete with like women of the Olympics today. And I shot the turtle. I'm the gun guy. And I am the one who had to jump in the river for some reason to go swim after a turtle that's like dead in the middle of the river. And while swimming, I gulped up like a mouthful of filthy water. Filthy water got me.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah. If you're the gun guy, Woody is obviously the swim guy. He should jump in there, nab it, bring it back. It would be nothing for him.
Yeah. I agree. I was thinking all those things that night as I vomited foam, like because there was nothing left in my body. We're laying in the dark woods.
Worst vomits.
We're laying in the dark woods, dude. It's drizzling and cold. Our fire is. I don't even think we have a fire, and we have made beds out of like branches and small green trees that are about like dime sized, and then we've laid them all in like a bed, and then we put a cushion on that was horseshit cushion, one of those fold out things. And I'm just every 10 minutes, I'm just vomiting foam up like a few steps away from the campsite. And I can tell Woody's like worried about me. And he's like, there's a storm coming in, and we're on this side of the river, and the car is on the other side of the river, and we barely made it across the river today. And I'm like, yeah, if the river swells, we're gonna be stuck here for at least a day. I was like, dude, do you know how much a helicopter rescue costs? You know how embarrassing this shit would be? And we had to call it quits. And it was so funny. Like on the way out, we've been looking for frogs all day to eat. On the way out, he starts spotting bullfrogs. And he's like, hey, here we go. And I'm like, he's trying to like stay and eat frogs. I'm like, Woody, I don't think bullfrogs out of a mud hole is what's going to like heal up whatever's going wrong with my body right now.
We can screw you. Check it out. I got a frog over here.
Who doesn't like frog legs? Delish.
Yeah, roasted over a campfire with we had seasoning. I actually brought like one of those multi-spice little things. Salt them. Yeah. And I guess we could. Yeah. We were in the Uwharrie National Wilderness area in North Carolina. We drove in as far as we could, parked, and then walked for miles.
Thank God for the Muffin Man.
That was a different trip. Oh no, that was a different trip. So the trip you're referring to is a different. The next survival trip when we were like, we're sorry, the last one didn't work out. We're going to do another one, and we bring Chiz along, and we bring a dedicated cameraman along, and we went into the 82nd Airborne. What's that mountain they run up? Currahee. We went to the Currahee Mountain Wilderness in Toccoa, Georgia, at the base of the mountain out there in the wilderness there. And we lived out there for 5 days, I think, 6 days, something like that. Yeah, that was not fun either.
Was that pretty horrible?
It was just me and Chiz sitting, burning cigarettes in hammocks for like a week, sweating.
I feel like I'd do the same. Like, I don't know what I would do all day other than just hope that someone had cigarettes to smoke.
Yeah,
well, what were
you walking in? Oh, sorry. Huh? What were you walking in with? Like, what were you like? We're doing like a survival
that's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. We brought stuff. We didn't bring any food, and we didn't bring any water, but we did bring like water purification stuff, and we brought tools. and we brought hammocks that you could hang up because Woody and I had slept on the ground before, and that wasn't going to happen again. So
not ideal.
It may have been more of a camping trip than a survival trip in some ways, as far as creature comforts, because those hammocks were tremendous. They go into like a bag the size of a cantaloupe, and then come out and you buckle one to this tree and one to that tree, and then you have a mosquito net that goes over your head. That was great, especially at night when it would cool off finally. We went in like August in Georgia, and it was boiling hot. And I remember leading up to the trip, it's one of those things where like there's a group chat and we're all shooting like ideas out there, and Woody's like, I'm thinking August would work really well. And it may have even been October or somewhere in there. I don't remember when it was, but it was in the hot like fall. And I remember saying, oh, it actually is really hot that time of the year. But then I got like spoken over and it never came up again. And I forgot the whole concept. Dude, in October when I used to deer hunt, I would be in short sleeves sweating after I carried my deer stand and bow into the woods and like climbed up a tree. I'd be like, it's so hot and humid in Georgia in the fall. And we should have gone in the winter because you can just build a bigger fire. You can just dress warmer. But when it's hot and muggy in the middle of the day and there's no animals to hunt because they know better, they're hiding somewhere. We just sat there and burned cigarettes in the hot humidity and sweated. It was a nightmare. And we never killed anything. I hunted my whole life in woods just like that. I pre-scouted the area. I saw catfish in the creek we're next to, like big ones. And I saw catfish. We never caught a fish. Woody caught 2 crawdads the whole trip. And he was like, you guys want to share? Fuck no, I don't want to share 2 crawdads.
How do you catch a crawdad? You just grab crawdads.
The water was pretty murky. There was no catching them. They're quick. They like jet away and
yeah.
And then the silt like spins up and you can't find them in the murky water. Yeah, that was a nightmare trip. We were living next to a beaver dam, and I won't say who, but certain members of the group bathed on the wrong side of the beaver dam. You want to go upstream from it where the fresh water is, because downstream you're basically in an otter's septic tank. Or a beaver septic tank, actually.
Especially if you're right next to the downstream area.
We were. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody smelled real bad. Real bad.
No one went upstream to bathe?
I did. It was very shallow there. It was very shallow there. And they were like,
why didn't you tell them?
You can't, it's everybody's under a lot of stress. And everybody's kind of on edge because we're hot, we're hungry, we're stressed, we're tired from the walk and hike and the pack. And there's a lot of rules, and everybody's kind of on edge. So you don't want to push people too far. You'll create a shouting match or something like that. I mean, we pulled that prank on Woody, and he threatened to beat us both up. You've seen that.
We also need to find out a way to fuck with Woody, right?
I think it would be funny to fuck with Woody. So Woody made a huge deal when somehow his like rain tarp ended up on the ground. Like, show them what the rain tarp looks like.
Yes. I think I'm right way. This thing right here.
Is that gold? Is that gold or platinum? Gold. Okay.
That's what it is. Just a rain top.
So Woody's taking a bath in the creek right now, just down there. So that thing ended up on the ground. He got very upset. He felt that he had been disrespected. He was angry, and we don't even know how it got on the ground. So I think it would be funny if we did something with that rain tarp, but I'm not sure what to do to it. Don't know what we're gonna do. We'll come up with something though. I think we could use it as a big trash can. That's what Chiz was saying. Like, take all the trash, all the like gross stuff, and like put it on it, and like, turn it into a bag, like cinch it up at the top and hang it from a tree. And then when he sees it, be like, "What's that?" It's like, "Oh, we're using that as our trash now," and just like throw something awful in it. He would melt down. So we took Chiz's rain thing, and we're gonna make it look really trashed out, so that way we can piss Woody off without having Woody beat one of us up. So this might be fun, as long as Woody doesn't recognize that it's Chiz's rain thing, because they're just they're slightly different. His is just a little bit darker. But yeah, I think we should throw in like all these dirty socks.
It should be closer to the fire as well. I already feel like it should get involved with the fire.
I like that.
Now using my rainfly as a trash bag?
Kyle did it. What? You said let's gather all the trash up. I didn't know that was his rainfly. I still don't know what his rainfly looks like if I'm being 100% honest.
You pulled it off the tent.
Look, everyone stop. It's getting fucking outrageous. No joke, I might beat one of your asses, and I can kick either one of your asses. Stop fucking with my rainfly. Okay. Chiz, look at my eyes. I will beat the fuck out of you. Stop it.
That's why we didn't use your rainfly.
What is that?
It's my rainfly. Exactly like we thought it would happen.
Told you! A physical threat. I told you. Don't use his rainfly or he'll beat one of us up.
Swear to God.
That took you so much longer to realise. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, he really spazzed. He was not a fan.
Oh, about his
this is my rainfly.
The rainfly,
yeah. That was a good prank. It was a little scary though. He handled it well. Well, once he realized it was a prank, he was good humored about it. But no, I would take a bath the water was like this deep, like 3 inches deep, and I would get on my knees in it like I'm a Muslim praying, and I had my bar of soap, and I'd like soap up and like soap everything down, and then it was just splashing water back onto myself for as long as that took.
Yeah.
Until I got clean with the cleanest water that I had access to. We were using life straws, and we were using like a water purification pump, and it was like so much effort to pump out a glass of water that you were getting a little tuckered out by the time you were done. Like you're pumping like 5 minutes, and it's really hard to pump, and you'd have like just a little cup of water, and just I guess that's enough. We're all dehydrated and hungry.
You didn't take water with you?
No. We wanted to put on a show, We wanted to kind of rough it a little bit. We had a sponsor for the thing that, so we're using some of their like gear. They had like fire starters and I don't know, like a survival machete, some shit like that. So like we had that stuff that came from the sponsor for the videos we did. Because like I said, we had a cameraman there the whole time. He was great. He was a real sport about it.
Oh yeah, I remember that British guy.
Yeah, he was cool enough. It was a weird, like I had never even spoken to him before. I don't remember how we acquired him. I think he just straight up, like in the comment of one of our videos was like, I'll do it. And we were just like, you're in. And so like we just go off into the woods with this international man of mystery with a camera. And it wasn't awkward at all. Like he was a cool guy. We never nothing ever rubbed weird with him. He had food. He brought himself some fucking cup of noodles and shit like that. So he was fine.
You guys should have brought a little bit.
I mean, I did find that muffin man.
I've been hunting a lot.
How much water do you need me to find, Chiz?
I've been
hunting a lot.
I hunted down those goddamn muffins. I don't want to hear shit. All right? You go hunting and you come back with muffins and I'll kiss your ass. You take that rifle, you walk for 2 hours, and you come back with muffins. I want to see it. Nobody can hunt as good as I do. Nobody. You get a fucking African game prize hunter out here. He will not pull that shit off. I guarantee it. Would you prefer a squirrel to that big box of muffins? I don't think so.
No, not at all.
I thought it was my keen interpersonal skills that landed us those muffins. At first, he was just giving me 1 box of cookies, but I persisted.
You're like,
persisted.
Oh no, I just kissed his ass.
Here's my counter offer. I'll give you nothing for more.
I thanked him for his service in Vietnam. He told me about his brother. I told him about you guys and how you guys were hungry, and he just kept shelling it out till I had 3 boxes.
Yet I only see 2.
The other one's in the car, mostly empty, and 2 fit in the pot.
Kyle's like coming back here. He's skipping and whistling. Like, that fucker looks so fed. I can hardly stay conscious.
I ate a lot of those cookies.
I went out searching,
man, which is baffling.
Well, howdy fucking do. Thank you for bringing food, Mr. Britannia.
It was like a faith-affirming moment when the Muffin Man showed up. Okay? You got to imagine, we haven't eaten in 2 or 3 days, and I'm out trying to shoot a squirrel, and I run into another guy in his truck on the road. There's not really a road, it's like a dirt road path. And he explains that he is the Muffin Man. He owns a bakery or something in town. And whenever he's got like throwaway day olds, he brings them out here to the campers and the kids. And he's like, would you like some? And I'm like, I would love some.
So he's literally the Muffin Man.
Yeah,
Do you have any
he had
water?
M&M cookies, like, and they're in the grocery store plastic, like closey boxes, like they had gotten too old to sell at his store. He had a box of those, and he had at least one, maybe two boxes of chocolate miniature muffins. And when I showed back up with this stuff to the boys, they had a hard time believing my story. They're like, "What did you go to town?"
I met the Muffin Man.
They're like, you clearly went to town and bought food, Kyle. And you're telling this ridiculous lie to cover up that you went to. And I'm like, first of all, if I'd went to town to get food, I'd have eaten it myself, and I didn't want to say shit. And then I'd have been like, oh, I'm so hungry the whole time with you guys, and like laughed with my full belly. No, and then thank God, like whatever the British cameraman guy, he's like, I saw the Muffin Man. He's real. He's real. I'm like, oh, thank God he saw the Muffin Man, because these guys were not going to buy that I ran into a Muffin Man.
Muffin Man.
Yeah.
Because it is literally like, it's the most unbelievable thing you could say, where you're walking back to camp and you're like, a man showed up with muffins.
Yeah.
In the woods.
And
said, here are muffins for you.
Nice, sweet guy. I was so thankful, but it happened.
I swear a guy showed up and he had thousands of calories.
He did. And I was so desperate for him. Like I said,
You're a better man than me, because I would have eaten all the muffins.
There was too many to eat. Like it was more food than I could have eaten. Just throw it away.
I'm guessing,
I didn't meet a British guy who had cupcakes. That was nuts. That was weird.
I'm guessing Chiz didn't have a problem immediately accepting the muffins, but Woody wanted to do the roughing it shit. And so did he have any pushback at all towards the muffins?
No, I think he was fine with the muffins, and I think he ate the muffins. I think especially once the cameraman confirmed that there was a Muffin Man, and because then it's kind of fair. Like I went out hunting and gathering, and I gathered up some muffins for us, and I did it with all the rules, restrictions, and limitations of the survival trip. You know, I didn't leave the fucking wilderness area or anything. I didn't go to a gas station. They came to me, and I talked my way into them. I bet I could have, if I was rude, we wouldn't have had any muffins. But I
gathered those muffins in your own way.
I gathered them. Yes, I did. That's we didn't kill anything though. That was dreadful. I had been watching videos for weeks. That's the other trip.
The other trip, sorry.
And he sunk to the bottom of the river. I didn't acquire him. By the time I swam out there, I'm not a good swimmer. By the time I swam out there to get him, like Woody must have been watching me swim. Like he's terrible at swimming, so slow. I could speed right past him right now and get
almost
that
like I should have done this.
He's recording me while I struggle across the river, gulping up filth water. Oh, yeah. But I've been watching videos for weeks on how to like skin and like gut and cook squirrels, rabbits, how to skin catfish, and like small, like everything that I thought we might encounter. I had looked into how to process it into food for us.
And then there's none of them.
Nothing. Nothing. We didn't even hear animals at night. It was like they just left the area because of us or something. And I swear, I scouted that place the week before. So many squirrels that it was like, this is like a squirrel sanctuary or something. They're everywhere. And birds. And again, I saw a big fish, a fish that would have fed us all, in the creek we were camped next to the week before, and we didn't see anything the whole fucking trip. It was a dreadful experience.
For the record, everybody, a big fish is a fish that's larger than a normal sized fish.
Yes.
It's like an 8-pound catfish.
A big catfish?
Yeah, like an 8-10 pound catfish. Big boy.
And that would have been gross, because even if you caught it, because the only good way to make catfish is fried.
Have a blessed day, motherfucker.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.